Welcome to TCSN. I'm Michael with World News. In the midst of America's war on ISIS, the ISIS number 2 and propaganda chief has been eliminated by U.S. forces. Tuesday, August 13th, ISIS number 2 and propaganda chief Abu Muhammad al-Adnani was killed. The Pentagon says that coalition forces targeted him with a precision strike in the Syrian town of al-Bab near the Turkish border. Abu Muhammad al-Nani was only the second in command at ISIS, but he was on the top of the terror kill list with a $5 million bounty on his head. This is due to the fact that he was also the propaganda chief who incited lone wolf terror attacks against the West. The attack was said to be carried out by an American attack drone, but Russia is also taking credit for killing Adnani. The U.S. are denying those claims. But let's hope that's a small victory that will hasten the end of the war against ISIS. Now to Carly with national news.
We all have that favorite go-to fruit that we love, whether it's bananas, blueberries, apples, my personal favorite, or strawberries. But do we need to be more cautious when we buy these fruits? There's been an outbreak of hepatitis A. Luckily, no one has passed away, but 39 have been hospitalized. The source was traced back to a frozen factory company in Egypt. So far, there are 89 people sick in 7 different states. That would include 70 people in Virginia, 10 in Maryland, 5 in West Virginia, 1 in North Carolina, 1 in New York, 1 in Oregon, and 1 in Wisconsin. Hepatitis A is a highly contagious liver infection. The symptoms of this disease started in May, and it's still been spotted today. They do expect more people to get sick. So far, the symptoms have only been seen in ages 15 to 68. But don't worry too much. Since the vaccine came out in 1955, the rates of getting hepatitis A have gone down by 55%. So be very cautious of what fruit you buy. Even though fruits are healthy for you, you want to make sure they come from somewhere clean. I hope you found this video both informative and appealing. Back to Macy with State News.
In Terre Haute, a plane malfunction caused serious damage and death. I'm Macy, covering State News. Thursday, a plane crashed into a Terre Haute home after a pilot hit a tree and his plane malfunctioned. The plane's pilot was in his 60s with a passenger of the same age and hit a few branches as they left the airport, causing an engine issue and making them hit the house of Matt Fox. Nobody was inside the house, but the pilot was killed and the passenger badly injured. The plane was on a test flight because the pilot was attempting to sell his plane to the passenger. The plane's reason for crashing is still mostly unknown, but it was likely an engine malfunction caused by the tree. The pilot was killed, but the passenger is in stable condition at a nearby hospital. The home's owner, Matt Fox, said that nobody was at home except his fox terrier Lily, who luckily ended up safe and sound after the home was searched. Other inhabitants in the town said they'd never seen a plane crash into a house before, even with their close proximity to the airport. Though the plane crash was certainly historical, the damaged home is already being rebuilt and police are sure it won't happen again. Now to Gary with Science News.
Welcome to the science part of our show. I'm Gary Eaton to bring you some science news. Last week, 2 MIT students made a special pair of gloves, not just the gloves that you would wear in the winter, but a very special kind of gloves that are made for people who are hard of hearing or deaf. These are called the Sign-Alouds. Sign-Alouds are a pair of gloves that when you make a signing movement and or gesture, the gloves will automatically speak what you say in either a male voice or a female voice. It has yet to be released to the public because they have just made it with their $10,000 prize money from a previous science project that they have made. One can only hope and believe to where they will release this to either audiologists, hospital, medical counters, or actual hospitals for people who have children and or family members or loved ones or friends who are either hard of hearing or deaf so that they can better understand what they are saying if they cannot already. This is a big product because this could absolutely change the way that we communicate with others who are different from us, and this would be a great product for all of us. The main point in this big story is that this could be a very big product and a revolutionary product to help us better communicate with the outside world And even if they can't hear us back, we will be able to understand them better. And that is Seth with some good news.
Welcome to the good news segment of TCSN. Veterans have done so much for us, from the smallest to biggest roles, and many people think of ways to give back to them. So, on a national scale, what have we done for them? Let's get right into the news and find out. According to studies by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the Department of Veteran Affairs, and other departments, veteran homelessness has decreased in recent years. Veteran unemployment and homelessness was very high in the late 2000s. However, it was shown that homelessness in veterans has decreased by 17% from 2015 to 2016, and a whopping 47% decrease from 2010 to now. Credit goes to the multiple departments and the Open Doors program, a strategic plan made to end and prevent veteran homelessness. HUD Secretary Julian Castro commented on this, saying, "While we've made remarkable progress towards ending veteran homelessness, we still have work to do to make certain we answer the call of our veterans, just as they answered the call of our nation," which goes to show that there are still people who care about the veterans. This indeed is good news. After years of hard work from many different professionals, we have finally given back to veterans. Thank you for watching the Mercury edition of Team Canaveral Student News.